Hey everyone, Mr. Ruger one last time, talking to you guys about graphing sine and cosine. First thing I want to talk about is they have parent functions. Their parent functions are f of x equals sine x and f of x equals cosine x. In standard form they look like a sine bx minus c plus d and a cosine bx minus c plus d. The funny part is the a, b, c, and d, they all do something. They all change the value or change the equation, I'm sorry. They transform it. The a out in front is the amplitude. That tells you how high and how low the equation will go. As you can see in the parent function, the a value is 1. The b value is the period or cycle. How many times does the graph cycle through? As you can see both here and here, the period is also 1. The c moves it to the left or right the way your h value did, and k or d in this case moves it up or down. So these are your typical transformations that you're going to see. As you can see with the parent functions, the a and the b are both 1, the c and the d are both 0. Okay? Now let's actually take a look at the two graphs as we see them. The sine graph, we start here at 0, we go up to 1, back down to 0, down to -1, and then finishing up at 0 again. This is what is considered one complete period, from 0 to 360 degrees, or more importantly from 0 to 2 pi, because 2 pi equals 360 degrees. Okay? Same thing over here with cosine. We start at 1 and we go down to -1 and then all the way back up here to 1 once again. And all of that happens from 0 to 2 pi. Okay? Now if we were to transform, or we were to do a transformation. For example, if I gave you y equals 1/2, this amplitude 1/2, that's what a is. This is your a value. That means that it's only going to go up to 1/2 and down to -1/2. But it's going to have the same period. So instead of going up to 1, it's only going to go up to 1/2. Instead of going down to -1, it's only going to go down to -1/2. But it's still going to have the same period. So it's still going to look much like its parent function as far as its dimensions or its period goes. Okay? And that's really all that we need to do as far as the amplitude is concerned. Now if we go over here to period, you will see that here my b value is 1/2. This means that from 0 to 2 pi, instead of doing one complete cycle, I'm only going to do half of a cycle. So I'm only going to see what happens from here to here. So my graph is actually going to go from here. When I get to this point, I will be down to 0, and then from here I will be down to -1. This is my cosine of 1/2 x. You guys can type that in your calculator. Please remember that you need to change your mode into radians, or you can click on Zoom Trig instead of, you've got your Zoom Standard or your Zoom Fit. Go ahead and do Zoom Trig, and that will do the same thing for you. But here we have one that deals with amplitude, where we've cut it in half, and here's one where we've talked about period, where we've cut the period in half. So you only got to see half of the cosine function from 0 to 2 pi. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, as always, ask your teachers, come to tutorials, come to office hours, and once again, work together, guys. Have a great day.